All right, shalom, shalom. I may entitle this lesson, We Already Have the Victory. You have to be perfectly fine for whatever comes your way. Something to that effect. All right, with that being said, let's give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Rakak Wadash, the months of the apostles, the months of the elders, the great millstone, rule well and touches truth. Much respect to you brothers out there as preaching his word and truth and sincerity. The water four colors of earth, tabernacle David, hopeful elect, and the speckled bird, shalom, shalom, shalom. Once again, going back to the presumed title of this lesson, once again, we already have the victory. And easier said than done. You got to be fine. You got to be perfectly okay to what's to come or what's going to be thrown at you in these last days, right? See, in these last days, right, it's going to be a trying of your faith. Right now, it's a trying of your faith, right? Getting your lessons done, going out there on the highways and byways, which, at a certain point within this walk, everything, you should have everything on your P's and Q's. But the world and really, the Lord using Satan will, throw some things at you, some curveballs at you. And you got to be prepared for it. Right now within this walk, you got to be prepared for it. But that's pretty much the easy part, dealing with demons over here, dealing with this, that, as I was watching one of the elders videos, elder, while they was at camp, and perfect example that one of the brothers have given is, we're pretty much on the edge on purpose, because you'll see men out there in the world when they're full, when they're rich, they be like, hey, Babylon ain't so bad, man. Babylon's all good, they don't have that fire. They don't want to get out of captivity. So we're in this particular place within life where we're not too poor and we're not rich, right? And that perfect balance keeps you going into pushing the word, as the scriptures say, give the Lord no rest. That's our job, giving the Lord no rest. Because we can see, hey, bro, this ain't life, man. I got to get the heck up out of here, right? Got these demons over here, our women out of order over here, we being demonized. Jake is being put as a forefront of terrorism when their true FBI statistics show that they are the true face of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? This ain't life, Jake. And with that being said, some way, somehow, they're going to put you, Jakes, us, Salakia, they're going to put us as enemies, which is already like that through our message, right? Us preaching that we are the Israelites, right? They're going to turn, as the scriptures say, I'm going to just keep it simple. As the scriptures say, if the world hated you, understand that it hated me first. Just roughly paraphrasing the words in which Yahweh Shai said. So I'm going to get these scriptures. How I desire, this edifying lesson, right? Sirach 4 and verse 28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua shall fight for thee. Understanding that you may lose your life, risking your life and your freedom for this work, man. It says, strive unto the truth unto death. Whatever is thrown at you, the whole kitchen sink. Hey, look at which Yahweh desire. I'll get the patience of Job, man. What Job went through, the fiery trials in which Job went through. The Lord was like, hey, that's my servant, man. He's not going to fold under pressure. And the times that we're going to go through, right? Yahweh desire, we of those men, the Lord going to be looking upon us like, hey, that brother ain't going to fold on the pressure. That's my dog, man. And you're gonna be blessed for it. As I get this right here, 1 Peter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Don't think, oh man, why? It's like it. Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? Nah, it's already prophesied, right? The scriptures say this ain't your rest, Jay. This is not our rest. Don't think it's just something that's just coming out the blue. No, it's part of the walk, man. Those that go to the gym and work out, man, what you do with your body gets broken down in the gym. Your body gets broken down in the gym, and that's how it gets stronger. That's how you build bigger muscles or stronger muscles, or what type of body goal and what you're reaching for. You can get real buff, you can get toned up, you know, get in shape. But regardless, your body is getting broken down when you go to the gym or when you work out, just in general. That's what the Lord is doing unto us, man. He's breaking us down to build us up, man. And he's going to show his power through us. Yahweh Razazah, we of those men. He's going to show his power through us. So we have to go through this fiery trial, man. As the scriptures say, a gold is put through the fiery furnace, man. We're going to be tried as gold. And what happens when you put gold through that fire, man? It burns out all those impurities. That's what the Lord is doing unto us. The 2/3 ain't going to make it, but the elect is going to make it, man. They're going to be found blameless in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? So don't think it's strange that when you're going through something, life ain't going your way. That's just how it's set up. That's the condition of the battle, as the scriptures say. As it says right here, verse 13, but rejoice in much as ye are partakers of a Mashiach suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. You see? Instead of being moping and groaning, oh man, why am I going through this, man? Easier said than done. Because I have to, just speaking for myself, whenever I'm going through things, I have to rebuke myself. Sometimes you got to rebuke yourself. That's why these scriptures are written. Oh man, why I'm going through this? Nah, bruh. Rejoice. Rejoice, man. You got something great in store for you. Once again, the scriptures say this is not your rest. Rejoice. You good. Right? The Lord's keeping that fire on you so you can continue doing the work. Once again, the example of brothers, Jakes out there that get rich, man. That fire ain't on them. They're comfortable. They don't care about the kingdom, ushering in the kingdom, right? Let's see, verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye. You see, we're coming into those times, man. Right now, Jake is being the forefront of terrorism. They're going to come after us, some shape, form, or another, right? Come after us. Throw some of the men of the Lord in prison. Some may, die for this truth. But however it is, man, you're going to be hated of all man's sake, right? So if you're reproached for the Lord's name, be happy, man. Don't be moping. Once again, in the past, I had to get on myself. Like, hey, bro, it's all good. Rejoice, man. That's keeping you in the truth. That's keeping that fire on you, man. For the spirit of the glory of power resteth upon you, and their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. So yeah, in the eyes of the people, yeah, we're evil spoken of, but you going through that fiery trial, the Lord is getting glorified through you, man. You giving all praise and glory unto the Lord. Now I'm gonna get this in the let me go to the blue letter. I'm gonna get a fiery trial in the blue letter. Bear with me as I turn to it. Let's see, that's 1 Peter 4 and 12. Right. Give me let's see, fiery trial. Give me 1 second.
Strong's G 4451. Purosis. Purosis.
Porosis in the Greek. And it speaks of the burning by which metals are roasted and reduced by a figure drawn from a refined fire, calamities or trials that test the character, right? The scriptures, once again, the scriptures already speak of, hey, we're going to go through that fiery trial, right? As gold is tried in the furnace, right? We just read about metals are roasted and reduced, right? You have a gold that you have just dug up from the ground. It's gonna have all that dirt and impurities on it, right? And you wanted to shape it into a necklace, a gold chain. Well, it has to be put through that fire. It has to be shaped. And that's what the Lord is doing unto us, man. Right? Once again, calamities or trials that test the character. That's what the Lord is doing unto his elect. And the Lord said, rejoice. Rejoice. The times that we coming into, man, we just got to sit back, relax, and hey, just give all praises going on to Yahweh Shemel Shah. You read about our forefathers that were thrown into prison. Hey, they were singing, man. They were singing, dancing, and the Lord has some ways where an angel will break them out. You know what I'm saying? you know, you got to rejoice. Some of the men of the Lord were thrown into prison. Matter of fact, they were beaten up, thrown into prison. You know what I'm saying? They were still giving all praises going on to Yahweh Shemel Shah. And as I just read, hey, man, you got to rejoice, right? You got to rejoice, man. Because pretty much under here in Babylon the Great, they're given reign to do whatever they want, right? You know, these ICE agents, I'm looking up every day, they pretty much killing somebody left and right, throwing somebody to Guantanamo Bay, you know. You gotta expect some type of hell to be thrown your way. But rejoice. Easier said than done. But rejoice, Jake. It's all good, man. It's all good. Give praises, glory, and honor to the Lord, man. Let me see if there's any more in that. Let's see. Calamity as a test, burning, trial. So yeah, that's pretty much what the Lord is doing unto us, man. Right. Let's get some more scriptures. Let's see. Dang it. I thought I had it right here. So I'm gonna get James 5 and verse 7, right? Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. That's the type of spirit in which you're supposed to be in, man. So check it as it says, be also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. We're seeing all these things coming to pass. Guess what? Have patience. Understand the times in which we in, man. Still have patience. Scriptures speak of in second Ezra, not second Ezra, Sirach 2, right? Woe unto thee who lost patience, right? So within this thing, you gotta have patience. And when you also go into patience, that goes into suffering, right? Bearing the cross in which Yahweh Shemel Shai has ordained for you. Each brother's walk may be different, and some brothers may be going through very similar things, but regardless, you got to still pick up your cross and follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? So let's get it. Let's see. Grudge not one against another brother, lest ye be condemned before the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for example, along of the example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. That's what the men of the Lord did. It's not new under the sun. The Lord requires that which is past. right? Suffering, affliction, and patience. That's what we're going to, these are the times in which we're going to go through, right? Behold, we count them happy which endure. You see? Count them happy which endure. You going through it, man. Sometimes, hey, we in this flesh, and you got to rebuke it, right? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Just roughly paraphrasing the scripture, which I may get there, right? Count it happy. You got to rebuke yourself. Hey, that's what these scriptures are here, to remind you of what our forefathers went through. You ain't going through nothing new, right? Now that we do understand Jacob's trouble is a time of trouble in which this world has never seen before. But the Lord, hey, looking down upon you, hey, that's my dog, man. That's my servant. He going to get through it. He going to get through it, man. Hey, you got to have that type of spirit, man. Right? You have heard the patience of Job. You see that? And so you have to get into the events, the account in which Job went through, man. Job went through hell. Job went through hell. It ain't no sugarcoating it, man. Job went through hell. But guess what? He endured. He didn't curse the name of the Lord. He kept on pushing. And guess what? Since he endured, he got everything back and more. And that's the type of spirit in which the type of mindset in which you're supposed to have upon you, right? Patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender and mercy. You see that type of mindset. Let's see. I'm going to get this right here since I quoted it. Matthew 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Right? But since that being said, let's go to 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. Right? Because the Lord offers a path, offers a way in which to escape these things. If you're of the elect, the main temptation, the main temptation is going to be the MOTB, right? But you can also apply this to the worldly things, things that you have to go through, right? Your body earns, you want to do these things, and you got to rebuke yourself, man. You got to catch yourself. That's part of being in this walk. And yes, the scriptures say, a righteous man falleth 7 times, but don't use that to your detriment. Oh man, I'm just gonna get back. Nah, don't be in that mindset, Jake. But anyways, getting back to 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13, I'm gonna get into KJV first. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which ye are able. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. You see, Lord made a way so you can bear it. Times that we coming into, why they get thrown into prison, this and that happens unto you, right? The Lord's looking up and down upon you, right? He knows what you can handle. And you're going to be able to bear it if you're of the elect. In the NOT, temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. You see? It's not new under the sun, right? These are the same spirits coming back. Different flesh, but the same spirits coming back. And some of the things in which we had to endure back then, some shape, form, or another, we have to endure now, man. But now we're coming into once again, one of the greatest temptations. That's the MOTB, man. They're going to flaunt it. They're going to show the people, oh, man, this is a better way. Or you want to escape this hellhole, right? This order out of chaos, right? Order out of KO, right? Get the MOTB. But the elect, we understand what time it is. We ain't messing with that. Yahweh, we of those men, right? Temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. Power is faithful. He will not allow temptation to be more than you can stand, right? Whatever is brought unto you, take it cheerfully, as it says in Sirach 2. Take it cheerfully. Take it to the spiritual chin, man. Everybody's spiritual chin is about to be rocked, but take it, man. Take it. Hey, take it. It might be one of those Mike Tyson punches, but hey, take it, man. Keep on pushing, right? When you are tempted, he will show you a way out so you can endure it. You see that? He will show you a way out so you can endure it, man. But he already knows that you can take it, man. Right? I somewhat, through the Spirit quoted this scripture. Let's get this right here. First Timothy 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall in temptations and snare, into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which draw men in destruction and perdition. You see that? That's why the Lord has us in this nice, cool median, right? Where we have enough to survive, to live, to take care of our family, take care of ourselves, take care of our business, right? Any more, you might get into some things that you're not supposed to. Any less, you might not be able to take care of your business, right? You might go crazy. So the Lord has you in this nice, cool median, so you can still have that fire upon you and take care of what you need to do, right? And understand that this ain't life, Jake, right? I'm gonna get this right here. I meant to get this earlier, but everything is through the Spirit. This is a temptation, right? Paramos, all right, Salaki, however you say that, right? But anyways, this is about temptation, right? Matter of fact, I should just go to the scripture, which I got it from. Forgetting, put in my notes, Salaki, y'all. Bear with me. Right. But anyways, it pretty much sums up, what we're talking about. It speaks of, right, an experiment, a trial, a proving, right? Trial proving, a trial made of you by my bodily conditions, since conditions serve as a test to the love of the Galatians towards Paul. Yeah. Let's see, a trial of men's integrity, virtue, consistency. You see, you just put it right there. A trial of a man's integrity, virtue, consistency. And the Lord is seeing through that, through your temptations, man. Are you going to keep your integrity? Right? You're still going to stay consistent. You're still going to have that virtue, right? An enticement to sin, right? An enticement to sin, right? Things may be dangled at you, just one example, you might see a nice, fine woman. Find out she got a man. You better not go for that, Jake. All right? She got a man. Hey, keep it pushing, man. Don't try to, you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift, you know what I'm saying? Nah, keep it pushing, man. Understand Isaiah 4:1 is coming, man. Isaiah 4:1 is coming. Have patience. You ain't got a woman, or if you have a woman and you desire more women, Isaiah 4:1 is coming, man. Keep patience, and the Lord's gonna bring them to you, man. You ain't got a dirty Mac out here, trying to take another man's wife. That's wicked. That's just one example. The MOTB. You take that, that's sinning, man. You are pronounced to be destroyed if you take that, right? However the time is in that time, whatever type of condition you are within that time, hey, pray to the Lord that you beat that test, man. Right? So an enticement to sin, temptation, rather arise from the desires or from the outward circumstances. You see that? You see that? So yeah, that's pretty much the point right there. I might get another one. Matter of fact, I'll get two more and I'll go ahead and close out, because that's pretty much the point. Right? James 1 and verse 2. Blessed is the man that endures temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah has promised to them that love him. You see, a crown is promised unto you, and you got to understand that. Man, if I get through this, man, the reward is going to be so great, so far beyond in which I can even expect. That's the type of mindset you got to have. Another class of scripture right here. Revelation 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see that? You kept the word of the Lord. You kept his patience. You endured suffering as much as you could. You endured unto the end, I should say. Right? The Lord's going to keep you from the hour of temptation, man. We have these scriptures for our learning. So we realize, hey, the Lord put in stock into you. You supposed to be out here building. And the Lord see that, hey, man, you good. Yahweh desire we of those men. Hey, we good, man. We good. That's pretty much it. Yahweh desires an edifying lesson. Want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, a great millstone, rule well and touch the truth, and a Bob Ball. Shalom.